Welcome back, everyone. I am the Oppressed Dior, and this is Middara, Unintentional Malum Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator. We're doing Treacherous Rivulets, and we're still looking for a Patrick Shotgun. So, win condition, end their turn at the blue exit with Patrick's Shotgun. So, the adventure that goes to the exit has to be the one that is carrying Patrick's Shotgun in this case. Obviously, lose condition is defeat, and then alternate lose condition is you get through everything, but you don't have Patrick's Shotgun. Obviously, we'll have Patrick with us. Patrick will go last, as always. We have Rapid Currents this time, which actually push you 2 spaces, minus any heavies you have. Deep Water. The blue objective token represents water that is deep enough to land in without dying. Figures who move from elevation 4 to 1 and land on the space this token occupies, or any space adjacent to it, are not defeated. And then you got Strange Cracks at tile UM35 that have no special effects. Sure, they do. And then we got Patrick's Shotgun. It essentially has all the same rules as anything else that can be carried in this game, which is like the bombs and the football and all that. So if you're carrying it, if you get defeated, you drop it. If it goes into the dangerous terrain, it gets destroyed. Besides all of that, so yeah, the blue objective, it's like everything adjacent to it. Who does he? Yeah, the space that token occupies and anything adjacent to it. So these 4 tiles here are safe for falling from elevation 4 to elevation 1. So yeah, this place we're starting in, this cave area, is elevation 4, and then has the waterfall that leads down to elevation 1. All right. We do have some incorrect water loas, so let's go ahead and replace them with the correct ones. I believe in 1.1 they eventually go to the orange dice versions pretty much on the tail end of chapter 2, which honestly just made things more complicated. So them setting it to be just based off whatever the loot level is on the back of the card is probably the best decision. All right, our starting location is in the top right corner where Patrick's at, so let's go ahead and do that. I will say I've been pretty impressed with how the conduit's been doing. Obviously, the stamina attacks that comes with it is still very, very painful, but it is undeniable that it does, so well. I mean, just being able to be like, okay, I'm now a tanky boy with 5 armor, or I ignore all symbols or something along those lines is very, very helpful. All right, Nightingale. We'll put you. Yeah, we'll just put you there, and then we'll have Rook be over here. And I'm just seeing what our options are. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no matter what, yeah, actually this is fine. We can do something like this then. We can just have LFE be the target. Okay. Let's go ahead and, all right, I've already taken off Patrick. LFE's on the board. Let's go ahead and shuffle and draw. All right, Patrick will be last. All right, as always, I'm going to go ahead and pop this Doom Break on both characters. So they both will get 1 stamina each, and then they will both roll a black die to see if it breaks. It doesn't. And it doesn't. Okay. Then it goes to Remy. We'll go ahead and go through refresh. During her turn, I'm going to go ahead and do Hasten Core and give herself haste. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop the Doom Break again. Okay, good to go. And let's see if we can make something happen here. It's too bad Elifie's not going first. It would actually be really helpful. But I think this is going to be the way to go. So there's 2 ways we can go. We can either rush the Earth Loas or try to rush the Water Loas. And I think I prefer rushing the Water Loas at this point. as dangerous as that might be. So let's spend 2 stamina to fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 movement, really good. Alright, let's see if we can make something happen. We're going to go 3 stamina to do Onslaught first, and no in power. These kind of things are arcane, so symbols don't matter. Let's go to town. Alright, 13 is a hit. These things have 11 defense, so 2 damage base plus 1 for combo is 3. Alright, follow up. Alright, 11 is just barely a hit. It'll do 1 damage with the combo. Alright, and then last follow up. Alright. Let's go ahead and pop Intervention and reroll. Alright, and then I'll use Sword of Dominion to reroll the 3. Alright. I'll use Enchanted Piercing just to reroll the 3. There we go, 16. So that's going to be 5 damage base plus 1 for the sword, so 6. Yep, 6 damage. Let's go ahead and do Blade Works next. And see if we can get anything with this. Probably not. Nope. And I don't have any rerolls left. I guess final thing I'm going to go ahead and do is just do Murder Circus and throw a throwing knife, essentially. And that'll be the limits of what we can do here. I don't think I can get kill. Actually, I can, just barely, if I roll high enough. That is, of course, not high enough. So we'll do 1 damage, and then at the end of my turn, I'm going to get pulled by current. It's going to push me 2 spaces, and I'm going to slam into the water loa. It's going to do 2 damage to her, and then do 2 damage to Remy. All right. Could have been better. Anything else I can do? Not really. Let's go to Elifie next. Elifie will go ahead and spend a stamina to move. Actually, no. We'll spend a stamina to do a barrier on Rook. And then I will spend a stamina to move. Fortunately, I don't really have a way to get to anything I really need to kill right now. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Actually, no, we'll just stay in place. So no movement, just buffing, and that's it. Alright, goes to Rook. Rook will go ahead and give haste. Do I want to do that? How do we want to do this? Alright, Rook's going to spend 1 stamina to move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. And then we're going to unsummon Elifie. Because I'm going to be summoning something else. This will get us a summon token. And I'm going to summon the twins. Which unfortunately means I don't really have much room to place these. so we get DM and Femke. Let's take a look at the back of this. I believe both of them have the same ones. In fact, they do. Okay, so we'll just read the back of one of these. A new look. It doesn't fit me, Femke said, pulling on DM's new leotard. I assure you that it does, DM replied, before striking a pose with her spear. I look fine. Good, in fact. Femke looked at herself in the mirror. She was certain that the tailor hadn't made the outfits identical. She wasn't used to such noticeable differences, and it made her uncomfortable. See a DM so independent. I shouldn't have had a half person make my clothing, Femke whined. They never understand when you say you wanted them the exact same. Oh, stop complaining. It's gorgeous. Look, I look dangerous. No summoner could possibly think otherwise. DM lowered her mask over one eye and smiled wickedly. Ha! Humans wouldn't even know. They always wear the silliest things. Femke smiled now, too, placing her own mask over her face. I'm hungry, Femke finally said, looking over towards DM. Her other self looked back at her before replying. I better hurry then. You never know when the human might summon us. Both girls turned in tandem, walking out of the same changing booth and out to the front of the shop. The tailor was waiting behind the counter, and from his expression it was clear he'd been listening the whole time. 50, the tailor said, extending an expected hand. 1 moment, let me get my coin purse, Femke said, but it was DM who retrieved it from her satchel at her side. Here. Femke continued as DM handed the man a handful of gold. Your work was adequate. Femke and DM then shared a lunch at the bazaar, studying at the same side of the table. The two shared a single meal in anticipation. Their contract had been struck, and it was only a matter of time before they'd finally meet their new master. All right. So this is DM and Femke, the twin Savani. Both of them... DM has higher presence, otherwise they have the same stats. Or same skills, rather. Both of them have 0 armor and 6 movement, and then everything else is scaling. One thing to note about Femke is her melee attack is empowered, and then Femke's melee attack is empowered, and then DM's magic casting die, it includes an empower on it automatically. Alright, everything you want. When summoning DM, the summoner also summons Femke. The first time each turn, DM would miss an attack, re-roll the attack roll. Same thing for Femke. If you summon Femke, you also summon DM. Both of them have best friends. They get Nimble, which is where you get a free dodge with +1 shields as long as it's not a skull. And then while both of them are on the board, they both gain backstab and resistance to magic damage, which means they take half damage from magic. And then backstab, what that does is if you're flanking, you do +3 damage. Both of them have False Idol, which is essentially a free attack. Their False Idol is the good one, though, where you get to you don't get -1 to the attack, the accuracy for it. But I'm going to verify that real quick. Yep, they in fact do have the good version still, so they don't have -1 to attack for this. DM has a Exhaust Resonance, which is where your burst will allow you to cast Ruination for free. As always, you can always decide if to pop that whenever you attack, or at any point during the attack. She also has Blood Toll, which is the same as the Crore Discipline, which is you take irreducible damage to get stamina. She knows the Ruination spell, which is exactly like the Assemblage one. It lets you hit 2 different opponents with an SOI. You can reduce the cost by 1 if all of them have an effect on them, such as poison. And if it hits, you roll the casting die and deal magic damage equal to the result. And then both of them have Spear of Vel, which is reach 2. In the case of Femke's, of course, both of them have Spear of Vel. Femke's will be empowered. Speaking of Femke has False Idol, which is the same thing. Gets that free attack. Brutal Slaughter is if she happens to be making a 3rd or later attack this turn, she gets +6 physical damage. She has Vigilant. At any time, gain Provoke 2 until end of turn. She has Quick Blow, which is the same as Quick Blow, the same as the Discipline. If she hits something, she can spend a stamina to get another attack. And then, of course, the Spear of Vel, which I already mentioned. Okay, we need to get these people added in. Elifie, you go back to the figures. And we'll grab Femke and DM. I believe they're down here. There you are, Femke. These ones actually have colored bases, so I won't change it. All right, Femke and DM. I can spawn them anywhere with an SOI. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put Femke here, and why does it say Hope? That's not the right person. There are 2 of them named Hope, which is incorrect. One of these should probably be called... Oh, no, never mind. We got DM here. I don't know why there are 2 Hopes in here, but there are. All right. Correct colors this time. So Femke, DM will be here. All right. I have 2 stamina. And unfortunately, I am going to go ahead and give intervention to Femke. And I'm going to give her haste, which means no fancy spellcasting this round. But in doing this, so one thing to note about DM and Femke, if you look in the top right corner, they only have 4 dots for their stamina, and they only gain 2 every round instead of a 3. Also, they both have fragile, which we've talked about before. They have half HP, so both of them have only 10 HP rather than 20. Same situation before. If either of them take damage from an opponent, Rook will also take that same damage. All right. So with all that said and done, let's go ahead and go. Oh, I need to get their initiative cards, and I need to remove Elifie from this. All right. So I can decide their order, essentially. So we'll have DM go first. Actually, no. We'll have... no, actually, yeah, it's fine. We'll have DM go first. All right. DM's going to go first. This will be our first round, so she's just going to have 2 stamina. And we're going to be rolling all these dice in a second. Okay. So we'll do a false idol. And just make an attack. I am flanking, so I do have +1 here and targeting the red Earth Loa. Oh, sorry, this is not empowered. This attack is not empowered. Yeah, because she doesn't have built-in empowered. Still, I do hit. This is 14, 15, so 5 base, which will get reduced by 5 because of the armor. And then backstab will kick in, doing 3 additional damage. Let's actually make sure. I don't know if backstab has changed any. Backstab. Yep, just +3 physical damage. Okay. So right now we're at base 3 damage because the extra hit pretty much just got soaked by the armor, but the backstab is coming in with 3. So, and then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 damage in total. It uses the same symbols as Rook, of course. So yeah, 8 damage to Earth Loa. Not bad. Oh, actually, take back one of those damages. We're going to go ahead and do Resonance. So we can take that burst symbol and use it to automatically cast Ruination for free. So Ruination is going to be a teal and a black die because her casting is the same as Rook's plus an Empower. All right, 8, 14. I'm targeting both of these, so we'll need to roll in order. I'll roll for the first one first. Fails, and then the second one also fails. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ruination real quick and see if there's anything that... up to 2 different opponents. Just roll your casting die, deal magic damage as a result. Okay, so it's just going to roll one time and I'll apply it to both as it's worded. Okay. So yeah, both of them definitely failed. I had 14 and none of them got even double digits there. So we'll go ahead and go to town here. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 damage was correct earlier. Okay, so I'm going to roll this and do 5 to both of them. Alright, that was Resonance. Next, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to cast Ruination on both of them. 14. First one fails. Second one just barely fails. Yeah, 14 versus 13 there. Roll the teal die again. 5 damage to both. I'm going to go ahead and have her take 2 damage and do a blood toll. And then I'll spend that 2 stamina to go ahead and cast Ruination again. 17. I don't know if they can even pass it at this point. But they definitely didn't. Alright, roll again. 4 damage to both of them, bringing that one down to 21 and this one down to... So one's down to 9 and the other one's down to 16. Alright, give me a moment. Okay, so just a quick clarification. The summoner may dismiss a loyal esper they control during their status phase. I'm assuming that refers to the summoner status phase. So we're good on that front. So yeah, okay, I was just making sure I did everything correctly as far as summoning is concerned. Alright, goes to Femke next. Femke's going to get 1 stamina for haste. And then we're going to go to town on this thing. So Earthloa has 9 HP left. Let's see if we can murder. This is going to be empowered because she does actually get empowered. We'll start with a false idol. +1 to this because of flank. Alright, 12 is a hit. So that's going to be 2 base, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll do 4 damage. That's including the backstab. Alright. Then I'll spend 1 to do a quick blow. Alright, this attack does miss, and I'm okay with letting it miss. Then I'm going to spend 2 stamina to attack a 3rd time. I am going to go ahead and do Brutal Slaughter with this. So this attack will be +6 physical damage. Alright, with the +1, I do hit with flanking. So base is 0, +3 from backstab, 4, 5 from shields, and then armor's going to kick in and reduce that down to 0. And then I get +6 from Brutal Slaughter, which will finish it off. Alright, 1 Earthloa down. Unique loot. Alright, so we have, I think, what? 5 unique items in here. Yep, 5 unique items, and the rest are wandering. Let's see what we get. Alright, a wandering item. Holy Sleeve Rings. At the start of a round, while after dealing initiative cards, you may deal yourself 1 irreducible damage to move 1 space forward or backwards on the initiative track. While you have this card equipped, you gain the Dream Cleansing Discipline. Dream Cleansing is over here. So while you have this, you have the ability to manipulate the initiative track a little bit, just for yourself though. And then over here we have Dream Cleansing, which is you can spend 4 stamina, and once per encounter, all allies with an SOI may swap their current total damage with their remaining HP. So essentially, it inverses your health. So for example, at 20, so Zeke has 26 health. If he had 25 damage on him, it would flip over to 1 damage, and he would be essentially back up to having 25 health again. This thing can be extremely powerful depending on what sort of builds you're playing with. Though it's kind of been nerfed a little bit, just simply because the core builds have been nerfed as far as there being a cap on how much damage you can do yourself at one time. But it's still a pretty effective quote-unquote heal. And then, like I mentioned before, being able to manipulate initiative is always welcome. Unfortunately, I do not have room for any of this. So for right now, we're just going to put this over here, and we'll put this in the stash. But awesome, it's an awesome wandering relic to get. All right. that was it for. Oh, yeah, that is it for Femke. She doesn't have any way of getting additional stamina, so yeah, goes to Nightingale. So, fortunately, we're kind of like splitting our forces here. So, I think Nightingale needs to be the one to go and help out with the water loas. So, we'll first have her. Obviously, she'll refresh. I'll go ahead and gain a stamina with Doom Break. Does it break? Nope, does not break this time. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to move and get going. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Let's see if we can get line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so from here I have range. So I am going to go ahead and start taking shots from here. I'm going to go ahead and do a precise strike. Not empowered, just a regular shot. And we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use intervention to reroll both. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and re-roll the 3 with a quiver. Alright, 15 versus 11 defense. So the damage is going to be 4 base. Plus 5 for a precise strike because I have 4 or higher. So it's 9 damage in total. And so what, 9 damage in total? We will go ahead and go to 15 with barbed arrows. And then we'll just keep swinging. I'll spend 2 stamina to attack. Alright, 14 is going to be 3 damage base, and that's going to be enough to kill. Alright, Waterloa dead. All that's left in this is just the item card, which is going to be a 1 in 12 chance. 9 gold. Okay, what else we got? Not much else. I still have 2 stamina left. I didn't even need to pop infection. I'll go ahead and pop Ring of Blood to heal for 2, since I damaged twice. And that's going to be it. It's going to go to Waterloa next. Waterloa is going to make an attack. Actually, first it's going to purge haste off of Remy, unfortunately. I completely forgot about that effect. It's going to go ahead and make an attack. I can't dodge because of water, and oh my god, I'm taking 1,000,000 damage. So first things first, it's going to heal itself for 10 because of the burst. And this is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's going to do 10 damage base, 11, 12. It'll do 12 damage. It's going to get reduced by 2, so I'll take 10 damage. That is terrible. She's immune to current, so she's not going to be moved at all. But yeah, that pretty much undid all my work. I could force a reroll of Demon Voucher, but I'm not going to waste an item for that. We're just going to keep trucking. Alright. We got an Earthloa there. Oh, I did forget about current for Rook. Rook should have gone down 1 space. It's 2 current, but he does have heavy. Alright, Zeke. I'll have Zeke spend a stamina. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spend a stamina to go to transform while moving into a Merchound, and then spend a stamina to keep moving. Actually, we'll transform into a, can we do like what, Waterloa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we can transform into an animate. That would actually be easier. So I'll spend 2 stamina. One of it's just going to take it an extra step. And then I will transform into... Oh, actually, no, that's not going to work either. Alright, better plan. We're going to transform into an... We're not going to take the extra step. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And could we get line of sight from here? I think so. Okay, that works. So I'm going to spend a stamina to transform into an animate. I'm going to use Like the Shadows to move 2 spaces to here. Then spend a stamina to transform back. Which is not the cleanest thing, but it's reliable. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have line of sight. I'm going to go ahead and do a Exalted Summon. And do Minos the Contractor on this thing. It's going to roll 2 teals and see what we get. Alright, I'll do 9 damage, putting it back up to 12. And it's going to put Condemn on her. Alright, and then I'm going to get pulled by the current 2 spaces. And then it's going to go to Earthloa. Earthloa is going to attack DM. DM does have Nimble, so we'll get Nimble Dodge. And get nothing. And this thing's going to hit me. No, it's not. It's going to miss. Alright, and that is it. Yeah, it doesn't have multiple opponents adjacent, so we're good on that front. We have Patrick next. Patrick will spend a stamina to move. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go 7, 8 with another stamina. I do need to make a jump though. He only has an agility of 2, but he does get bonuses from Nightingale. So let's see what we can make happen here. That is more than enough. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll spend that last stamina to go 9, 10 to here, and then I'm going to do Like the Shadows down to here. And then we're going to spend all energy tokens to heal Remy for 12. Bring her back to full. Okay. Then he's going to get pulled by current, which is going to provoke a break attack. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. But it misses. Never punished. Alright. That is everybody. Also at the end of the round, the loot token here is going to get pulled by the current 2 spaces. And that's it. Alright. New round. Alright, Nightingale goes first, then it's going to be them, and then Waterloa. Okay, so we definitely need to kill this Waterloa before it becomes more of a problem. So, Nightingale will get 3 stamina. We'll spend a stamina to move. And we'll see if we can get line of sight somewhere. That will work. Actually, I can almost get it here. But I'll go ahead and actually go into the water. That's fine. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'm 5 range away. I have clean line of sight, so no penalties. And I've moved, so no bonuses either. We'll do a precise strike first. And we'll see if we hit. 11 is a hit. It's going to be 1 damage base, and then we can do barbed arrows to do 7 in total, which will kill it. So there you go. Waterloa is dealt with. Let's go ahead and draw our next loot token. 1 out of 11. 7 gold. Alright, we have a 1 in 10 chance to get the item loot. Alright, I get pulled by current 2 spaces. Goes to Earthloa. It's going to take a swing at DM. DM, of course, gets... Oh, actually, yeah, it's going to go after DM. Yeah, it's not going to move or anything. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do a nimble dodge. Still nothing. Still nothing. Alright, goes to Femke. Femke will get 3 stamina, 2 from her, and then 1 from haste. We'll spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And Unfortunately, there's not really much I can make happen with this. She's not going to be able to do much damage. I mean, she can. I guess she can potentially do some damage. We'll spend 2 and just do. Well, actually, no. We can do False Idol. It's free. So False Idol. All right, attack misses, and I'll just spend 2 to go ahead and attack one more time. It's what, 10? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do 1 damage. Better than I expected. All right. Goes to Zeke. All right. Zeke will get 3 stamina. We'll go ahead and spend 1 to just move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And then we'll go ahead and just give haste to Nightingale. Actually, no, I have diagonal here, so I'll put haste on Remy. And then get pulled by current this way. Careful to not slam it into the rocks directly. Goes to Rook. Rook will get 3 stamina. He's going to go ahead and spend 1 to... Well, actually, he's going to spend 1 and do intervention. So intervention and haste on Dia. He'll spend 2 to go ahead and attempt to blow up this Earth Well with magic. I'll go ahead and empower it. I ain't scared. Alright, well, I take 3 damage because of backlash. Actually, no, I have an intervention. I'll use my intervention to reroll. I still take 3 damage. Never mind. Game hates me. Alright, I'll just let the current drag me a step, and that'll be it. It goes to Patrick. Patrick gets 3 stamina. He's going to go ahead and do a Like the Shadows to here. And then he's going to search the token that Remy is standing on. It's going to be a red. Gain 2 random consumables, which are going to go to the stash. Demon voucher and this. Not bad. I think there's only 2 demon vouchers available, so we got both of them. So that's a pretty good spot to be in. All right, what else can we make happen? We'll spend a stamina to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the current just put me up on this, and then I'm not gonna loot it right now. Goes to DM. DM will get 3 stamina thanks to haste. We'll go ahead and do a False Idol. We'll do a False Idol against this. And that'll be it. So False Idol. It hits, it's going to do 0 damage. Next, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to do Ruination. Alright, 11. Okay, I succeed. 6 damage. And then I think that'll be it for her. Alright, goes to Zeke. Or no, not Zeke. Goes to Remy. Remy will heal. Oh, actually, she's already at full health, so Sentient Body Suit doesn't matter. We'll get 4 stamina for haste. I'll go ahead and gain a stamina with Doom Break. Alright, Doom Break didn't break. We'll spend 2 to fly. To there. And then I'll spend a stamina to loot the, I believe this is the blue token. If you're standing in the water when you open this, read the hidden text for blue objective. Otherwise, you've gained Patrick's Shotgun, gained Patrick's Shotgun token. So there you go, Patrick's Shotgun. Remy will hold on to it. And I'm going to go ahead and just pass turn at this point. Yeah, I'll pass turn at this point and move 2 steps. Remember, you don't have line of sight until you're on the edge, which unfortunately with this gap here is going to make kind of drawing line of sight a little awkward, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, that is it for Remy. Goes to new round. Alright, Rook goes first. Rook will get 3 stamina. He'll spend 2 to give himself haste. And then he'll do another empowered spellcast and try not to kill himself. He will continue to kill himself. Alright, and then get dragged by current. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will go to full stamina. Also, I don't remember if I healed last round, so let me check that. Yeah, I did forget to heal off of that, so I'll go ahead and just go down to 5 here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that was 7, 9, 11 there. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at this Earthloa with a Precise Strike. And I will empower it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do Kill the Messenger on that 2 and make it into an 8. So that puts me at 13. I will do a Masterwork to make it 14. So now I beat it by 4. So 4 base. 5 damage, which will get reduced down to 0. And then I do an additional 5 irreducible. So 5 base. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll do 11 damage, which will kill the Earthloa. Alright, draw loot. Item loot. Okay, we got all the item cards this time around. Alright, we'll take both whites and see what we get. 10. Relic. Alright, shuffle and take the top. Okay, we get another Hemlock and Sarah. Can be useful in the future, but not right now. Alright, this run is pretty much perfect. We've gotten 3 items out of it. Actually, we've gotten more than that. Obviously, we got 5 items out of this. 2 from achievements and then 3 from drops. So definitely no complaints there. My turn's going to go ahead and end, and I move 2 steps because of current. And then it goes to Patrick. At this point, Patrick is probably just going to hang out. He's kind of done his purpose. Also, this token... Oh, there's a token here that is going to be a problem. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, there's supposed to be a red and green totem there. No, there isn't. It's just a totem that's not supposed to be there. Yeah, it's just a bug. It's a bug with the scripting. Okay, not a problem. Alright, where was I? Patrick? Yeah, Patrick's just going to hang out. I mean, I guess I could have him just run. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to cost me 3 stamina. And then I'm going to be doing like, well, actually I'm going to be spending another stamina to move away. But first we trigger a bunch of stuff. So technically this is from here. Yeah, technically this should be from here to there. So we definitely have line of sight of that, but we don't have line of sight of that. Okay, so we'll do green totem first. Down below, amongst the rocks and foliage, something moves in the rocks. If 1 or more Earthloa are still alive, read A, otherwise read B. B is an Earthloa bursts from the rocks, spawn an Earthloa on blue exit. I'm going to go ahead and roll the purple. Alright, just going to be regular Earth Loa. On blue exit. Alright, then it's going to go to blue totem. Blue totem's here. The pawn moves in mysterious ways. If one or more water Loa is alive, read A, otherwise read B. A handful of water Loa have made their pawn their home. Spawn 2 water Loa on water terrain spaces adjacent to this totem. Alright, so we get water Loas again. Okay, I'm going to spend my last stamina to continue my movement and move a step back, and then I'm going to do a like the shadows to here, and then get pulled by the current back. Alright, goes to water Loas. They have no targets, so good to go on. Actually, do they have a target? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, none of them can reach. None of them are within SOI, and they can't shoot because they don't have line of sight. Earth Loa is going to move up 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes to Zeke. Zeke is going to get 3 stamina. He'll spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll have to do it that way. Then I will spend 1 to do a Banish Knowledge on Nightingale. So haste. And then I'm going to spend 1 to transform into a water Loa. Actually, we'll transform into a Merhound. This will prevent us from being pulled by current. And then I will use the Aquatic Zoom to move down to here. So don't have to worry about current with it, with that form, so no smashing into each other. It goes to Femke. Alright, Femke. You'll get 3 stamina, spend 1 to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Actually, we'll do 2, 3, 4 like this and see if we can make it jump. We'll just roll these 2 purple dice. Yeah, easily. Femke, by the way, has 6 agility. And then Nightingale is there with 2 strength. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I get dragged by current. I think I still have no line of sight. I'll verify. Yep, no line of sight yet. Alright. Okay, goes to Remy. Alright, Remy is at full stamina. I guess the question is how am I going to... I kind of need to start killing these water Loas before the Earth Loa starts buffing them. So, with that in mind, we'll spend 1 to move. Actually, we'll spend 2 to move. We'll fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and eventually I'm going to trigger Red Totem. But it's not going to change where I'm going to move, so I'm just going to finish the move. 5, 6, 7, 8 to here. Alright, Red Totem. You observe a pack of Chaosicles skittering about near the exit of the cave. Spawn 3 Chaosicles adjacent to this totem. If you're reading this text and you're also on elevation 4, you read the section below. So yeah, which can happen if you're like somewhere on this like line here. If you're like over like in these 2 spaces, it can be a bit of a problem. In any case, we'll roll to see what type of Chaosicles we get. Alright, we get the special ones. So, special variation, there we go. And we get some Chaosicles. Alright, at this point we have triggered all totems, so this is what's left on the battlefield. Remy is on dry land, so even if she dies, she'll drop the shotgun at her feet, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. Still annoying though. Alright, said what? spawn adjacent to this totem. Alright, we'll put you guys in the back. Okay, continue on with, we'll continue on with Remy's turn, and let's see if we can get some kills. We will spend 3 to do a onslaught on the red Loa, and hopefully we roll good. That's a hit. It's going to be just 1 damage, but at least I can do a follow-up. Second attack. 11 is still a hit. I'm going to go ahead and reroll the 2 with the Sword of Dominion. Okay, that's 17. So it's going to be 6, 7 damage. Alright, and then 1 more follow-up. 12, which is going to do 2. And then we will go ahead and do Blade Works. That is going to be 15, so it's going to be 5 damage. Alright, I'm also going to go ahead and do Doom Break at this point. Alright, so I do get the stamina, but this is now going to flip, and I can't use it anymore. Alright, so with that in mind, I am going to go ahead and use that 1 stamina to swap out this and this for a Fight Drive and a Quicken Eye. And I'm going to go ahead and use Fight Drive and attack again. Alright, 12 is going to be 2 damage. And 1 last swing using the Quicken Eye. So close. Alright. Not too shabby. Goes to K cycles 1 through 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 to here. And it's going to shoot at Remy. Not much I can do about it. Yeah, I'll attempt to dodge these attacks. So I'll do a minimalist quiver. Oh, I made a mistake. Yeah, I did make a mistake earlier with the Water Loa. It shouldn't have done a regular attack. It should have done a... it should have cast a spell. So it would have been a max roll, and I would have taken 13 versus... So yeah, what it would have been a max roll on a teal die, since that's what I roll. I rolled double maxes from the dice there. So it would essentially been 14 versus 13, so I should have only taken 3 damage. So that was my mistake. I should not have been shot earlier. It also should not have healed the Water Loa that we were fighting. I'm not going to rewind it, because there's just no way to do it. But yeah, yeah, when I was in SOI, it shouldn't have done a ranged attack. It should have cast a spell, and it would not have been able to heal itself for 10. So that was my bad. Probably would not have changed much. It honestly would not have changed much, besides the fact that I should have used far less energy tokens to heal Remy, or not even bother to heal Remy. But it is what it is. Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing. I am going to go ahead and dodge with a quiver. I don't remember if I actually rolled this. Well, I have +1. This will be teal dice. Misses. It is going to shoot twice, though, because of this thing. So second shot. I'll go ahead and just let it go through. This will be at -1 again. Misses. Alright, this one's going to go up and shoot. This will be at -2 because of hindering and shooting through an ally. Alright, 11 -2 is 9, so it misses. And then second shot. That is much higher. 15, 13, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll take 6 damage. And then the last one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Because I don't want to deal with current. Again, -2. 13, 11, so it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 2 damage. And then second shot. 13, 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 3 damage. Still alive, just barely. Alright, then it goes to DM. DM is a little out of position. We'll get up to 4 stamina. We'll spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a jump. We'll see if we can make it. 6 plus 6 should be good. Yeah, that's good enough. So that's 6 movement. Then we'll go 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll let myself get pulled by the current this way. All right, and then new round. Let's see what happens. Okay, Earthlow is going to go first. It is going to put barrier on somebody. We'll put it on the red Loa, because that is highest up on the initiative. And then it's going to come say hi. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to take a swing at Remy. Remy will dodge with a hoodie of deflection. Alright, just +1, 11. And this is going to roll double teals at -1. It is a miss. Okay. Then it goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get 4 stamina thanks to haste. At this point, I am going to go ahead and take a damage from the infection to pay for my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. That puts me in this position. So technically I'm on this position because of how the way these things are supposed to be connected. I definitely have line of sight of a lot of things. I'm going to shoot at the red Loa first. We will do a... Oh, first I'll do a Doom Break. Okay, get a stamina. I'm also going to go ahead and do Ambitious. Everyone will get 2. Everyone will get 1 stamina. She'll get 2. That does include the summons. Not that it'll help them any, but it's the thought that counts. All right. So let's go ahead and take a shot at the Water Loa. As long as I roll a 12, I can kill this thing, and then I can shoot at the other one. So we'll spend 2 stamina to shoot, and let's see if we can make something happen. All right, it's a 3. I'm going to reroll a 3 with a quiver. All right. So much for that. I'll use the aligning machine and shoot again. 12. That is exactly what we needed. So it has 11 defense. So I hit by 2. Or no, I hit by 1. Which is going to get soaked by the armor. I'll do Masterwork. So never mind. 13. That's what we needed. So with Masterwork, that's 13. So 2 base and then 1 armor for the barrier. I do 1 damage, which will finish off that Water Loa. All right. All that's left is gold. 6 gold. 172. All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do a Precise Strike on the purple Water Loa, because I'm pretty sure I'm in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Just rolling these 2 dice. No modifiers. I will use Kill the Messenger to change that 2 into an 8. So that's 14 versus 11. So unfortunately, I don't get the Precise Strike here. It's going to be 3 damage, 6, 9 with the barbed arrow, so 9 in total. And then I will go ahead and do Ring of Blood to heal for 2. And then I'm going to shoot 1 more time. 11 is a hit, but I'm going to do exactly 0 damage. All right, and then the current is going to take me 2 steps. Obviously, the drop here is not going to kill me. So I will move 1 space to here and then to there. So almost to the pit, but not quite. All right. Then it goes to Femke. Femke will go up to max stamina at 4. Spend 1 to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is 6, 8, 10, 12, and that used up all of her stamina just to get out of there. All right. Unfortunately, that means Waterloo is going to do some explosions. She is going to target lowest conviction, which is going to be Nightingale. Okay. 10 in total. I resist it. Good times. That is it for Waterloo. It is going to purge haste off of Nightingale since she's highest initiative. All right, then it goes to Remy. All right, Remy. I know you're got your hands full here. She does still have haste, so she'll get that. She'll heal 1 damage because of Sentient Bodysuit. And how's everyone else looking? I think we just need to focus down the Waterloo and just do what we can. I think that's going to be the plan. As much as I would like to deal with the K-Sickles. So let's spend 3 to do Onslaught and see if we can hit this Waterloo. We're kind of at the mercy of everything at this point. 14's a hit, so it's going to be 3 base plus 1 for combo, so 4 in total. Follow-up is unfortunately a miss, and I don't have any way of rerolling. I'll do a Bladeworks next. A miss, I will reroll the 3 with a Sword of Dominion. Alright, 15 is 4 plus 1 is 5, so from the combo, which will do exactly enough to kill. Alright, Waterloos are dealt with. That puts us in good shape. 8 gold. Oh yeah, technically Remy's conviction is the same as Nightingale's, but again, Nightingale had higher initiative, so she was targeted with the spell. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and... There's not really too much I can do. I'm going to spend 1 to go ahead and do a Shady Training and move back diagonally. Alright. Then it goes to Zeke. Zeke's currently in Merchound form. I'll go ahead and do a Aquatic Zoom to get to here. And then I will spend a stamina to move. Currently I have 8 movement because I started the round in this, and I don't have heavy active in this form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to go ahead and I will spend 1 to go ahead and transform into a Earthloa. And then I will spend 2 to take a swing with my weapon. I have reached 2. I'll target the Earthloa. And I rolled as usual. I'll do intervention because I might as well. And I doubled the disappointment. Sweet. I can't use the enchanted piercings because I'm transformed. Alright. Go Zeke. Patrick. You'll get 3 stamina. We'll go ahead and do a Like the Shadows. Drop down into the water. And then spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8, 9 to here. Alright, that is it for him. Goes to Rook. Rook is nowhere near anybody. He'll get... he does have haste, so he'll get 4 stamina. He'll spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then he'll give himself intervention and then get dragged by 1 step. Alright, Cave Sickles. They're going to start attacking Zeke, since Zeke is in range. Alright, 4. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is just a really long round. I was like, did I miss a round of Earthflow? I did not. Okay, so this guy's going to move up. And actually, no, he's not going to move up. He's going to shoot Zeke. Zeke is not going to do anything. He's just going to tank everything. This will be at -1. Does hit. It's going to do 0 damage, and then it's going to move. It's going to go after highest damage, which is actually Remy. Oh, did Remy get killed earlier? 1 second. Yeah, she did kill Waterloa. She should have healed for 3 from Sword of Dominions. Okay, anyway. So this thing's going to try to move to get in range of the person with the most of damage. It is, I think, Remy. Yeah, Remy has the most damage right now. So it's actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because this is the only route to get there, I think. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will only provoke 1 break attack. Actually, it's going to provoke a few. We'll start with Nightingale's Overwatch. This will be at +1. And I will empower it. Alright, it's unfortunately a miss, and I already popped all my stuff that can flip dice, so that is it for that. And then for Zeke, we get to roll these dice. And wow, where was this roll a second ago? So 15 is 5 damage base. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It does 15 damage, which will kill that K-Sickle before it does anything else, because it only has 12 health. Alright, and then the second one's going to attack. This one's just going to be orange and teal. It misses, and then same situation. It's just going to go after Remy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Provoke an attack from Zeke. Because remember, it has to follow the AI step. As long as it doesn't guarantee a death, such as like having to stand in like dangerous terrains or something like that, they have to do it. So you can always manipulate the AI in some way, much like a video game. So with all that in mind, let's go. Boom. Break attack misses. Okay, so it's going to get into range of the person with the most damage, and then it's going to make an attack. But the attack itself is just anyone. It's still going to go after Remy, though, because Remy's higher in initiative. I'm going to go ahead and dodge with a Hoodie of Deflection. Alright, 15 defense. So unless it's a max, it is indeed a max roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 4 damage, and then I have to check for poison. It's just going to be 2 purples. Unfortunately, I am poisoned, because the DC is 9. Alright, we get poisoned. Alright, cool. Yeah, all it had to be was not a... Well, it's not even a max roll, it's a near max roll, but still, unfortunately, that is how it panned out. This one's going to go ahead and shoot at Zeke. Same situation as before. 12 is a... Oh, sorry, 11 is a hit, but it's going to do 0 damage, and then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it could only go after Zeke at this point, so it's just going to attack Zeke. Zeke will spend a stamina to dodge. And fail. Alright, and then we roll this. The attack will hit. It's going to do 0 damage, but it will still do the follow-up, which is the poison. And I resist the poison. Then the current's going to drag this thing 2 spaces and provoke a break attack. And I miss again. Alright. Then it goes to DM. DM's all the way up here. What's our line of sight looking like? Yes, I do have line of sight of a few targets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So for this, we'll do, I go up to max stamina. I will spend 2 to do a Ruination. 12 in total. We'll do Earthlower first. Okay, and then Cave Sickle, which is going to have the wrong dice, so let's just go ahead and grab a white and an orange for that. Because scripting is broken. What was it? Total was 12, so both failed. I'll roll a teal die. I do 3 damage to both of them. That was for orange. Alright, I'll go ahead and cast again. Just 10. Alright, Earthlower still fails. Cave Sickle does not. Earthlower will take 3 damage. I'll take 2 damage and gain 2 stamina with Blood Toll, and then I'll spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8 to there. And then the current's going to drag her back 2 spaces. Yep, 2 spaces. Okay, that is end of round. Alright, Rook goes first. Spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Current's going to drop him into the water, or drop him into the lower level, and then that is it for him. Oh, actually, while he's up here, he can give a intervention to somebody. We'll give it to Nightingale, and then we splash into the water here. All right. Then it goes to Femke. Femke will get 3 stamina thanks to haste. And I think we're just gonna go to town here. We will go ahead and do False Idol from here and just attack the purple Cave Sickle. This will be at -1 because I'm attacking through an ally. And this will be empowered because it's Femke. Alright, attack misses. And then I'll spend 2, attack again. I hit just barely. Yep, this will just hit just barely. So base damage is 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 4 damage to purple. I'll then spend 1 to do Quick Blow off of this, and I will go ahead and do Brutal Slaughter. I'll go ahead and do Intervention to reroll all dice. Also, I completely forgot about Everything You Want. Everything You Want always lets you reroll missed attacks. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Doesn't matter, I roll skulls all the time. Alright, that is it for Femke. Goes to Patrick. Patrick has no energy tokens, so we're just going to do a... we'll spend a stamina to move. And then I'm going to do an Empowered Strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. This will be at -1 because of attacking through someone orthogonally. So roll this and see what happens. 11 is a hit, 1 damage base. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll do 9 damage, which will finish off that Cave Sickle. And then goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get only 3 stamina. And we'll go ahead and do Doom Break to gain a stamina and roll to see if it breaks. Does not break. I'll go ahead and do Infection to take a damage and then make an attack at only 1 stamina to shoot the K-Sickle. I'm not going to take the +1 bonus because I do need to move this round. So no modifiers for this. And yeah, I'm just going to do a regular attack. This is what, 10? Yep, exactly 10. So I hit. It's going to do 2, 5, 8 damage to it. And I will also do Masterwork. So my total's 11. So 1 damage base, 2, 3 from books, and then another 6 from arrows, which will be a total of 9, which will kill this thing. Alright, K-Sickle's down. Oh, I didn't roll for explosions. I need to do that. Yeah, I need to roll for explosions. It would not have changed anything because Stupor only affects movement. So first one did not. The next one did not, and then the one we just killed does. So that's going to explode next to Zeke. Let's see if he resists it. He does not. He's going to get Stupor. Or no, sorry, not Stupor. Sedated. Again, it's not going to make any difference. It doesn't affect attacks, and we haven't moved since then. Alright, Nightingale is going to go ahead and spend a stamina to move. Actually, do I have line of sight here? I do. So before I move, I am going to do an Empowered Precise Strike. And we'll see what we can make happen here. Again, I'm not taking the +1 bonus. Also, I did not track who was doing damage with attacks for Bearer of Justice, but at this point, I'm not that worried about it. So 14 versus 10. So I do get the irreducible damage here. But first, we'll tally up everything else. So we're at 4, 5, which will go down to 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 5 is 11. We do 11 damage. Alright, also I'll use the Ring of Blood to heal for 2, and then I'll spend a stamina to move. Yeah, I'll spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8 to here, and then the current's going to drag me this way. Okay, it goes to Zeke. Zeke will get 3 stamina. He is still in Earth Loa form. I'm just going to keep swinging. I'll just do a regular attack against the other Earth Loa. And we do hit, so that's 12. So 2. The physical damage is not going to do anything. Actually, it might do something. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 1 damage to it. But it does have to make a conviction. And it gets paralyzed. It also would push. No, it would do push, but this thing is hulking, so it can't be pushed. But it is now officially paralyzed. So we are doing good. All right, goes to Remy. Remy is poisoned, so we'll roll for. I can decide the order the status phase goes. I'm gonna go ahead and heal the damage for the sentient bodysuit first, and then roll for poison. I take 2 damage back. All right. And then I get 4 stamina. I'm going to spend 2 to fly. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I don't even need flight. Yeah, we can go 1, 2, 3, do the jump. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then attack from behind. We'll do Onslaught. And miss. Alright, Blade Works will... actually, we could re-roll it. Yeah, we'll re-roll it, see what happens. Re-roll the 3. Nope. Alright, now we'll do Blade Works Empowered. I do hit, it's not going to do, let's see, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 1 physical, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll do 5 damage in total. Alright, could have been better. Alright, goes to DM. DM will get 3 stamina. Spend 1, oh, actually, wrong person. Spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just take 2 damage to gain 2 stamina. And then spend 2 stamina to do a ruination. 13. Okay, and then I do 7 damage and kill. Alright. 6 gold. Puts us at 186. Alright. No real point in dragging this out any longer. The round will pass, and then I'll have Remy, who has the shotgun, go to the blue exit. Each party member will get 2 experience, and then we restore, and then you'll go to Rarity and Middara. Yeah, this side quest is very important to do, because 2 experience is very rare to get. Alright, so yeah, Remy is at what? 7, 12, yep, at 20 now. More importantly, though, she'll have enough to finally get False Idol, which means she'll just miss more often, but it's something at least. But yeah, this was a really good run. We got some really good items. We have the grenade now, which we'll have to take with us if we don't want to forcibly discard or sell it. I apologize. I did definitely make a few rules mistakes here. Obviously, with I did the wrong AI step for the Waterloa. Honestly, it was more to the Waterloa's favor, simply because it healed itself for 10 instead of just doing some magic damage. The attack was more dangerous simply because, well, one, she rolled max, but the other was I couldn't dodge. In the case of what it should have done, which was a spell cast, I could at least resist it and reduce the damage. Even if I had rolled, I mean, it could have potentially done more damage if I had rolled poorly, which I showed that I didn't, so it wasn't anything too shabby. Anyway, with that, yeah, we'll have some story bits to do, and obviously we'll need to go straight into shopping. There's going to be a lot of talking and shopping and prepping for the next bit, because the next story bit is going to be pretty significant. If I've already mentioned before, I am going to use prior knowledge in this playthrough, and I'm going to take full advantage of that, because it's going to get rough. So, I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.